Hello. So this is what we did in the last video, the last class. So I chose to do a recap of this so that we will understand, because I know I was going back and forth with a lot of things. I didn't prepare for the class as I should, so I probably might have confused you a little bit. So let's just do a recap in this video and let's see where we go. So basically what we did here initially was just reset our page. I've talked about it so that we would have everything that needs to be there again to function as it is. Then, but after resetting our page, what we did was create a new class. In the body tag, I explained this already. We add a semantic nav. The nav tag is actually a semantic tag, like I said. And we just gave two divs. This div with the class of brand, Ades Shawarma, and this one with the class of navlinks. And we just added inside of this one, we added the UL with two A tags, UL with two LI wrapped in an A tag, basically. So one is home, we give it the class of home, and the other we give it the class of about for styling. So here, what we did here, the nav bar, that is the entire navbar, we gave it the color of brown, and that is the color you're seeing here, the brown. Then we gave it a text color of white. Should just be going back and forth. Okay, white, as you can see. And we displayed flex so that we'll be able to flex then row direction so that to arrange horizontally like it is. And we justified space between, instead of the space between the both divs, space between, in the sense that space between this div with the nav and brand, there's the shawarma and the nav links. That is why we have our this shawarma here and the nav bar here, because of the space between this thing of the justified of the flex box that we're using, or flex we're using. So with home and about are to the left or right, while Ade Ashima is to the start of the whole stuff. So basically that's what we did here. Then we gave it a font size of minimum. Then we went straight to nav links and targeted the A tag, gave it a color of white, because if you notice in the beginning, after we wrapped it around the A tag, it became blue. We give it the color of white and text decoration none, so that it will not have the underline. Then we give it also an over effect, that when it's overing, this is RGBA, 000 in RGB means black. If it's over in black, but it transitions for 0.6 seconds, so that's the over effect we give it. And if you notice, when we over it 0.6 seconds, it transits, then if you notice, it gives you a black color. But let's change it to maybe something lighter. I think we should change it to something lighter. So instead of that black, let's give it an ash, something not so blackish, which is now 66. Then the over effect is still, we could increase it, we could give it as much as 8 milliseconds to transit, if that is what we want. And if you see, let's reload. If you would see, it's a little bit not as dark as, I don't know if you can see it, but the transition is a lot slower. Let me change it to a color you can see, something very drastic. Let's change it to blue, very light blue, so that you could blue contrast against red. I'm not sure if it's a contrast, but I just want you see it's turning blue, but I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want something to turn blue. It makes no design sense to me. So I just take it back to something that makes a little bit of design sense to me, which is gray. Yes, and that's it. So refresh, and we're here. That gray feels, although it doesn't contrast with the background, but I wouldn't want to use blue here. That's that about that. So now let's proceed with our recap. I don't want this to be long, it's just a recap. So that was what happened. Then we displayed the link li inline, so that if you notice, when you do a list tag, everything is stacked up on top of themselves like that, top to bottom. But wanted it to be like a nav, like this, side by side, and that's why we did the display inline. Then we give them margin top of 20, left and right of, that is nav links, margin top of 20 and left and right of 30 pixel. As you can see, if you notice, why this style happened to all of them together was because we didn't give this class of nav links to individual of them, so it just affected both of them. So in order to style the space between home and about, we had to target the home tag and give it a 10 pixel, so that it will be 10 pixel away from the about. So we talked about this, and nav links this. Then we give the brand nav the same style as the nav link, so that they will just align and be on the same line, sharing the same top and bottom border. And that's about what we did in the last class. So I hope everything is now clear for us to move forward.